2014 Boston City High School Basketball regular season was concluded last Thursday night at the Boston City Championships. In the girls' game, the Fenway Panthers were back in the city finals after missing out on the city playoffs altogether in 2013. But if the Panthers were to capture their second city title in 3 years, they'd have to get by the red-hot South Boston Lady Knights, who had won 8 games in a row heading into Thursday. Let's head now to Madison Park for the city championships. That's Takora McIntyre for Fenway. She had 18 points in the semifinal versus Brighton. First quarter now, Jaleesa Ross got things started for the Panthers. She scores on that drive, puts Fenway up 4-0. Later on in the first, it's Ross. Another nice drive right here. Beautiful dish down to Cheyenne Nance. They put Fenway up 10-0 in the first quarter. Later on in the first, Ross again with a nice feed down to Nance. Fenway led 16-0 after one. Second quarter, Fenway continued its dominance. That's Takora McIntyre with the steal and the lay-in for the Panthers. That put them up 20-0. Fenway now up 29-1. Fenway. Jocelyn Harris knocks down the jumper there for South Boston. That's the first field goal of the game as Fenway led 32-7 at the break. Third quarter now, Fenway up by 25. Daytona Smith. Great hustle there by Daytona. She gets the putback for Southie, brings them back, gets them into double digits there on the scoreboard. Fenway just continued to roll, though, in the third. It's McIntyre to Ross for that easy bucket. Panthers up 36-11. Then late in the third, it's McIntyre knocking down the three. She had 15 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 steals. She's your MVP as Fenway wins their second city title in 3 years, 49-23. Then it was the boys' turn. New Mission coach Corey McCarthy right there looking for his first city title since becoming the boys' coach at New Mission. First quarter, New Mission up by a couple. Cordell Harris knocks down the three. That caps off New Mission's 8-1 run to start off the game. Later on in the first, it's Shaquan Murray with the runner right there for the Titans. After that acrobatic finish, New Mission up by 9. Then in the second quarter, Asante Sandiford, beautiful spin move by him. He puts the Titans up by 11 in the second. But Eastie would hang tough. Amilcar Guevara, beautiful drive by him, finishes off the window and one, brings Eastie within 9. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Shaquan Murray buries a three right here. Milestone for him. He goes over 1,000 career points at New Mission. The Titans were up at the half, 38-27. Third quarter, East Boston would not go away. Dion Knight with a strong drive brings the Jets back within 10. A little bit later in the game, it's Knight with the miss, but Guevara's there for the putback. He brings the Jets within 8. But that's as close as Eastie would get. Fourth quarter. Give and go right there from Sandiford to Tyreek Lee. Lee at 11 for New Mission. Then it's Randy Glenn, top of the key, knocks down the jumper here. That caps off a 10-2 run for New Mission to start the fourth. And then later on in the fourth, it's Asante Sandiford. Off the feed from Rivers, Asante with a monster game of his own. He had 21 points in this one as New Mission wins their first ever Boys City title, 73-54. Two dominating performances by Fenway and New Mission, which should help them in the upcoming state tournament. Speaking of the state tournament, we've got a list of all the Boston public school teams in the states. First, on the girls' side of the ball, Boston Latin has the 12 seed in Division I North. Then in North Division III bracket, South Boston got the 3 seed. Charlestown earned the 8th seed. Brighton checks in at number 9, and Latin Academy enters the tournament with the 10th seed. Then in North Division 4, Fenway picked up the number 1 spot, and New Mission earned the number 3 seed in that bracket, while O'Brien rounds out the girls' side of the ball with the 3 seed in the Division 2 South bracket. On the boys' side of the ball, East Boston picked up the 7th seed in North Division 1, while Charlestown snuck into the tournament with the 13th seed. New Mission earned the number 1 spot in the North Division 2 bracket, with Latin Academy grabbing the 11th and Brighton sneaking in to get the 19th seed. Snowden was the lone Boston team in North Division 4 bracket with the 12th seed. Then in the South Division 1 bracket, it's Madison Park at 15 and West Roxbury at 18. In South Division 2, Dorchester grabbed the 4th seed, while Jeremiah Burke picked up the 9th seed in South Division 3. So a lot of teams in action to start the state tournament, and it all begins tonight. So for more information on the state basketball tournament, visit MIAA.org. And that's going to do it for sports this week. Be sure to come right back here next week, folks, for more on Boston Neighborhood Sports.